Alright, a lot of people struggle with Mathael. Here's how you kill him. I'm a wizard. I have it set up so I'm using Electrocute with Surge Power to get back some AP, Magic Weapon with Force Weapon to deal some damage, Black Hole with Blazar to deal out some damage. You can switch this. A lot of people like to use Teleport with Wormhole. In this battle, it doesn't really matter what you use. Arcane Orb, Frozen Orb is a good mid-range damage spell right now. Familiar with Spark Flint, extra 10% damage, can't go wrong. Energy Armor Pinpoint Barrier, super useful. Arcane Dynamo with works really well with Surge Power because we're getting our AP back and making our Arcane Orb more powerful. Prodigy, again, that lets us get our AP back. Galvanizing Ward. This fight, the damage is really spiky, so you don't take damage for a while, but then you take a big blast of it. So having Galvanizing Ward will basically be huge for you here. And Elemental Exposure kind of works well because we're using Black Hole, Blazing, Frozen Orb, and Electrocute. So that's 3 types of damage up, so it's usually about 15%. Mathael has like 5 different attacks that he uses. He has a melee attack, he has a reflect attack where he kind of gets crazy things around him, the charge that you just saw, and he also has these stupid clouds that he sets up. Those are kind of the basic things he does. That's the reflect, as you can see when I threw the Frozen Orb, it bounced right off. Now this is one of his specials. He only does this for about the first half of his first phase. He casts a universal slow time, and while that's up, I'm gonna pause that for a second, turn this music down just a little. Sorry about that. A little too much with that music. So he uses a slow time, sends those things out, and when that's up, those deal probably about 50 to 60,000 damage for each one you're hit. That's in Torment 1. If you're on a lower difficulty, it does scale downwards quite a bit. So he also has a few other attacks. As you can see, he just summoned some skulls. These travel around in a ring from almost the outside to the very middle. They congregate in the middle and then they fire out in apparently random directions. Again, those clouds are the single most painful thing in this match. You should probably steer clear of them. I screw that up all the time. The clouds hit for about, I'd say maybe 100,000 damage a second. The skulls hit for probably about 150,000 for each one, so those are also really quite damaging. At 50%, he goes into a cutscene, so we should be there any moment. There we go. And so after this cutscene, which we skip, he actually doesn't do any of his old attacks really, and instead he does this. The key to surviving that attack is standing behind him. There's a sweet spot behind his wings where you will take no damage from that crazy AoE. That AoE will do about 70,000 per spike that you're hit by, and if you're in front of them, you'll probably be hit by about 3 of them as a bare minimum. Those fireballs that he sends out deal probably about 50,000-60,000 each, so they're not that bad. The rest of this is really just avoiding the clouds. Those will take you down pretty quick. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty much just a rinse and repeat. Oh, I already am behind him. Look at that. And there you go. That's how you kill Mathael. He's a bit of a pushover, but the first few times you fight him, he's really a huge pain in the ass. And don't worry, this isn't going to spoil anything. I'm on adventure mode, so... again, the attacks he has are all pretty straightforward. He is mainly made to be done at about mid-range. If you get too far, he'll use his charge and he'll be right next to you. Anything that can be reflected is going to be by that stupid spell. That's really about it. I mean, he's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. The first few times you do him, he's going to be really tough, though. Good luck!